Saturday nights don't get much better. Strap in for some great play. And Takahashi gets the game underway with an error.
And you know what? Bulgaria, they're going to take that. We'll see if they run with it here.
Alex Grozdanov. Big 2 meters and 8 middle. That's an excellent pass into Sekita. A put away by Yuki Ishikawa.
Ishikawa, fresh out the gate, putting a super spike away to side Japan right out.
17 points against Serbia for Ishikawa. Atanasov makes a good contact. Oh, and Nikolov.
Nikolov establishing his presence early for Bulgaria. Played 1 season at Long Beach State, the Big West Conference, where myself played for UC Open.
You get higher though, right?
I mean, I can hit over him. Sure, of course.
Here's Dimitrov, the left-hander, onto Yamamoto, the libero. Speaking of left-handers, Yuji Nishida gets off the mark.
Nishida, left-handed cross-court with only 1 blocker up.
Ishikawa finds his opposite number. Good swing, but great dig. Nishida just rolls that off the block, and Atanasov's there. Off the block again by Nikolov, and he's started like he's here to play.
Nikolov, big swing on the outside, attacking the hands of Japan, finding success in that tool.
Here he is serving. Just the 1 ace in the championships for him so far. Gonna get one there. Oh, quick ball, works very nicely. Takahashi.
Middle attack here from off the net. Being able to find that ball over his right shoulder.
Kenzaro. There's nothing a middle likes more than making the pass and then being set. Just a little bit of gratitude for your skill set.
I mean, if you pass it as a middle, I hope you get set.
Drifted along with the serve, and it keeps Bulgaria ahead. Nikolai Kolev, he had a great service game against Slovenia. 3 aces. Counted for half of his points in the game. Yuji Nishida. Has gone full send, but someone put a net in the way.
Japan attacking at the service line, really putting that pressure on Bulgaria early.
Here's the captain, Seganov, 30 today. Oh, no stopping that. Taishi Onodera.
I mean, this just happens so fast. We can see here in this replay, everyone is on their second step when the setter is contacting the ball. Everyone in Japan's offense running close to the same tempo set.
Ran Takahashi. Good service onto Nikolov. Here's the block, well kept up though. Oh, massive, massive credit to Dimitrov for finishing that off.
Dimitrov able to make a quick step close here, just jump straight up and hitting over the block there.
And the Japanese players removing the hands as well, thinking that that was going to go long. Clever hitting from Dimitrov. There's a pipe, but only as far as the libero. And then off the hands by Nikolov, again generating amazing power.
Finding a way to power through the block here. He knows he has 2 up, and he utilizes it.
(7-5). That's the break point, Bulgaria. 2-point cushions don't last a long time, but you need to keep siding out. Oh, and picking the ball up like that. Dobrev returns, free ball. Oh, and again! Japan need to play on here. Oh, the hustle from Bulgaria eventually comes to an end, but what a defensive effort from the men in green.
Just a little footy here with the dig, scoop to the kick, and then free ball sent over, but Japan being able to convert in transition. Great defense, though, from Bulgaria.
Not just Japan, who are feeding off the energy in the room. That one taken early. Oh, great block, and another good pickup. Atanasov in the right place. Nikolov using the hands. He can reload. Nishida on the first ball. Oh, wonderful dig. What a point again. Atanasov. Seganov. Takahashi. And then Eugene Nishida decides he's had enough.
Japan is relentless in their defense, and Bulgaria is too tonight as well. Maybe inspired a little bit by this crowd, just lighting the fire underneath them a little bit more, but both teams making unreal defensive plays.
That 2-point lead eradicated. Japan level at 7-7. Yeah, Nikolov the target. Massive block! Kentaro Takahashi.
Great work here from Japan's block. They're tracking the ball. Big swing block move. Getting in front of the attacker's line of approach and really pressing that left hand over the net.
Bit of momentum here. 7-5 Bulgaria has become 8-7 Japan. Another great dig backcourt. Block from Bulgaria, but Japan finding a way. Yuki Ishikawa.
Ishikawa has great volley IQ. He's able to see that he has two up and hangs in the air long enough to joust and find that point. Timeout taken from Bulgaria.
Търпение. Центровете. Премести ги, за да играят над ниския. Не сме изиграли една тук с малкия през него да играем. Нали? Можем и през него да играем. С първи човек.
It's a great period for Japan. They seem to have absorbed Bulgaria's early energy, and they've got 4 points on the banks.
Ishikawa hitting 40% for Japan right out the gate.
Taishi Onodera. Nikolov takes it early and gets shut down by Kentaro. Stands really shallow, doesn't he, Nikolov? Just a meter behind the 3-meter line. Waiting to take the ball early, just like that. Another sensational dig. Onodera with the pass! Nishida gets blocked.
Bulgaria 3 up on this block. We can see Japan making a great transition dig here, but then a straight down block. They know Japan wants to find Nishida in transition. Great work.
Grozdanov gets his first kill block of the day. That is a rocket from Yuki Ishikawa.
Ishikawa, tempo set over the middle. Fast arm swing, spike height 3.25 meters.
Floated in, and Bozhelov gets it. Oh, just cannot find the floor. Takahashi. And this time they can, and Nikolov getting a touch off the block.
Nikolov, even though he was in a little bit of an uncomfortable position, he was able to make great hand-to-ball contact. He was close to the net, but able to find the hands of Japan's block.
Dimitrov. Service error, 3-point lead restored. Yuki Ishikawa. Here's Nikolov. Received by Yuki Ishikawa. Another good block on Nishida there, Bulgaria. Can't stop Ran though.
Ron, our player to watch for this match. Tempo set to the pin. Huge swing on the outside of Bulgaria's block.
Seganov. Oh, it's a good hand on that. Sekita. Bit of improvisation there from Nishida, and it pays off.
Nishida smiling and just having fun. Really enjoying this crowd and atmosphere. Oh, and maybe some good volleyball as well. So crafty there on the tip.
Ran Takahashi. Moves that one into Bozhelov. Off the block, nice and quick by Nikolai Kolev.
Nikolai, first ball side out here. Running that gap set. Creating space between him and the setter.
It goes to Sekita. Japan come back with a fast set of their own, and they do it very fast indeed.
Sekita, we can see here on this jump set, there's maybe a millisecond between the set coming out of his hand and his middle blocker already in the air when he's contacting that set.
Yuji Nishida. Oh, big service, well dealt with by Nikolov. Another diving first touch. And Ran Takahashi steals another one from Bulgaria.
Ron, again, fantastic work. I mean, unreal defense. Out of system, bump set, able to identify that and just swing high hands.
Nishida, big lead now, 16-11. Atanasov gets the first touch. Dimitrov, brilliant pickup. Bozhelov back with Japan. Oh, another great block.
The block of Bulgaria, keeping them within reach of Japan.
Atanasov. Wow, well played. Oladera, the man who gets stopped. Seganov. The level of defense in this game. Put down in the end by Sekita, the setter. But some of the pickups we've seen in this opening set.
From both teams, laying out on the floor. Great scoopy dig. But the overpass kill from Sekita. One thing that I want us to watch when he's blocking in the front row, Sekita does a great job of setting the block for his middle blockers.
Send long. Atanasov. Out Yamamoto. And there is no stopping Taishi Onodera.
Taishi in the middle for Japan. Almost doing it braces 360, tracking the ball over his left shoulder and then having to find his setter to the right. Attacks in 50%.
Despite the length of some of the rallies, this first set moving along pretty quickly. We're, what, 15 minutes since the game started. We're already up to 18. Alex Grozdanov. Up the service line. Best first contact by Ishikawa. The best third contact either.
A rare air from Japan. I think Ishikawa was trying to find those hands. Just went a little bit long.
Bulgaria chipping away at this Japanese lead. It was 5, now 3. Oh, now 2.
Bulgaria again. Huge block for them. Able to identify Ishikawa. He slowed down his arm swing. And we can see the block of Bulgaria delay a little bit with their hands and swipe that ball down.
Grozdanov gets us back underway. Attack shot. Atanasov tried. Nikolov chased. The chase was in vain.
Ishikawa, big high attack.
Again, Nikolov takes it early. Dimitrov can't quite execute.
Dimitrov trying to drive that ball cross court. His elbow coming down just a little bit, contacting that ball low.
This time it's Asparuhov who comes up.
Asparuhov, first point, swinging high into the block of Japan. Talked about him playing his last 3 seasons in Italy.
Nishida can't find the floor. Nikolov can.
Nikolov finding a way to score yet again. He's just been attacking high hands this entire first set.
He moves up to 5 points, 1 behind Ishikawa. At the top of the first set scoring chart. Oh, great service. Asparuhov brings Bulgaria back within 1.
And just like that, they've been able to find their rhythm. It's serving aggressive. That's going to keep Bulgaria in this game. Timeout taken on the court by Japan.
First, huh? With passing, good communication, move a little bit more on your, huh? On your step, and we go, huh? You go bring the ball. Nishida. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? Let go. Yo.
50% for Nikolov, pretty consistent. He's the top scorer for Bulgaria in the competition so far. 10 points against Poland, 16 against Slovenia, 22 against China. On his way to getting into double figures again. In the time between the first and second timeouts, Bulgaria have edged it by 12 to 11. Just remember, they were 5 points behind. Japan went on the run. Asparuhov, great dig. Oh, unbelievable pickup. Then off the block. And they are back in the game. Seganov. Oh, Nikolov rushes one.
Nikolov, hard cross court. We can see his shoulders facing that way, him contacting that ball outside of his shoulder, hitting it 111 kilometers an hour.
So a couple of substitutions being made here. Shoma Tomita coming into the game for Japan. Ooh, Nikolov, is it in? Oh, it's tight. It's tight, but you can't challenge now because of the cameras. Let's see how tight it was. Very close indeed. Ran Takahashi coming out, Masato Kai coming in, 19 years of age, Senchu University. A double change being made for Bulgaria as well. They'll be clearing out the battery in the buzzer. As it stands, Nikolai Pinchev coming in, as is Denis Karyagin. Nikolov taking a seat on the bench, as is Grozdanov. Specialist server drops it onto Bozhilov. Oh, that is vicious from Asparov.
Asparov on the back row attack for Bulgaria. We can see him threading the needle, that space between the antenna and the blocker.
Ilya Petkov has come on as a specialist server for Bulgaria. Sent that into the net, and it puts Japan 2 points away. Oh, couldn't quite convert the overpass, but converted at the second attempt. Set point, Japan.
Great set here. Sekita finding Ran. He dug that ball as the off blocker, got on his route, and was able to put that ball away. Timeout taken, though, by Bulgaria.
Мислиме за сайд-аут, момче. Мислиме за сайд-аут. Ставете я ники малко. Не е задължително да е плюс-плюс, ако е хубав сервис. Може и на плюс. Знак, по-добре. Имаме атака. Търпение, търпение.
Nishida, set point. Japan finding some energy just at the right time at the end of set number one. A little bit too much energy on that Nishida serve.
I mean, with this crowd and set point, why not? Ace or miss, go for it.
Georgi Seganov doesn't have quite that luxury. So floats it in, relying on his block. Who can't come up trumps to Taishi Onodera, takes it home. Japan.
Best believe it's going to be a one-handed set from Sekita to his middle blocker. Fantastic work by Japan here in this first set. But Bulgaria, it was their blocking that kept them in this and their relentless defense. All week long, they have been relentless, going after every ball. Great passing from Japan. One-handed set to the quick attack.
Relentless is the word, isn't it? I mean, the energy expended by both teams in the first one dozen or so points just to keep the ball off the floor. Absolutely incredible.
Playing a little bit of football out there as well, right?
All body parts count.
Japan 1, Bulgaria 0. Taking the first set 25-22 in a sold-out stadium.
They could have sold twice as many tickets, I think.
The line was down and around the block. Set 1, Bulgaria with 10 attacks, Japan 18 to their name. 3 blocks apiece, 1 service ace for Bulgaria. Opponent errors 8 and 4. 18 attacks from Japan will absolutely do it for them. I mean, their offense, it is so fun to watch Nishida set because he runs the same tempo set for all 4 of his attackers. If you watch their offense, every single player hitting the ball is on their second step in a 4-step approach. Bulgaria going after the block of Japan, utilizing that back row attack. Serve placement for Japan in set 1. 56% on the left, 33% center, 11% on the right. Heavy target on the left for Japan, applying that service pressure to Bulgaria's outside attackers, especially when they're in the front row. Ishikawa, 6 points, hitting 40% and 2 blocks in the first set. Not too shabby for him. Nikolov attacks in 55%, 6 points for him in the first set. Back and forth battle here in Nagoya.
One thing we've not mentioned is the fact that during the set break, we were listening to a J-pop remix of Let It Go. Big tunes, big tunes.
We love a good karaoke night.
Georgi Seganov will serve first in the second set. Bulgaria need a good start. Oh, they don't get one now because Yuki Ishikawa has taken aim.
Ishikawa, nothing but just steady for Japan. Steady in his serve receive, steady in his attacking. He has the copy and paste same technique every single time he touches the ball.
But service into Nikolov. Off the hands. There's always a Japanese player deep enough. Atanasov puts it back in. Oh, where's the block going to drop? It's going to drop out. And Nikolov converts the pipe attack. Atanasov. Heavy service, ace service.
Great work at the service line. They're attacking that 5 area on the court where we can see Ran right now is the outside attacker for Japan. So Bulgaria wants to put that pressure on him, not just to attack, but to pass first.
Before we saw that cannon from Atanasov, I was going to ask you about Bulgaria's serving because we've seen a lot of float serves from them. The service pressure hasn't been there tonight.
Well, the float serves, maybe they're trying to have that ball drop a little bit in front of Japan, making them have to move their feet to the ball. Instead of that hard-driven top spin, Japan tracks those serves really well and gets their platform behind it.
Bulgaria come unstuck again. Block or net? Oh, a little bit of both. Off the net tape and a good hand on that by Ran Takahashi. Dropped in short to Bozhilov. Always a Japanese player there. Here's a pipe attack. Yuki Ishikawa.
Ishikawa, even in the back row for Japan, always on that tempo. We can see that big step close to the ball, meaning, well, he's getting his feet to the ball to hit, not just his hand, which is equally important.
Here is Ishikawa. Oh, it's close. It's not just close, it's good. Japan respond with an ace of their own.
There's always that slight delay in the room, that holding your breath, waiting for the cameras to tell you whether it's in and out. Great aggressive serve from Japan. With that, timeout from Bulgaria.
Нали, или ниска, или с ниска напред, нали, да разкъсвам. Спокойно, сайдал.
5-2 to Japan. Great start to this second set, spurred on by this crowd who have not stopped clapping, cheering, supporting. They get a great rhythm going for these serves. They can't help the top spinner from finding the net.
Sometimes the net is your friend, and sometimes it's your worst enemy.
Alex Grozdanov trying to spark Bulgaria into life in the early stages of set number 2. Again, it's a float serve, and Sekita tees up Takahashi. Oh, wow!
What a play. Quick tempo to the pin. Ran going up. Big double arm lift. Nobody's even there because the middle, well, he does his job and holds the block.
That's going to drop in. Seganov. Again. Kentaro is deep enough to save the ball. Off the hand. Smart play by Japan. But then Onodera leaves it a bit short. Thinking back to your playing days, did you like silence for the serve? Did you like a bit of applause? Did you like the rhythm?
I like a loud environment. I think the louder the better for me, even if it's going quote unquote against our team. It's just so fun to play in an atmosphere that's so electric, and you just vibe off that energy. And sometimes you can kind of trick yourself also, and even, you know, they might not be cheering for our side, but in my mind they are.
Here's Asparahov. Yuji Nishida. Rocket. Atanasov does so well. So does Nikolov.
Great work from Nikolov. Japan had 3 up on him. Able to hit through that block of Japan. Now at the service line.
Great block. Great block. Atanasov and Kolev up next to each other.
Bulgaria identifying that Japan wants to go to Nishida on this back row attack, especially in an out-of-system play.
Bulgaria doing to Japan what Japan did to Bulgaria in the first set. That makes it 7-7. Back comes Taishi Onodera.
Onodera, a threat in the middle. I mean, passes the ball to attack.
Now Ran. Serves so well onto Nikolov. Atanasov finds a touch on the way through.
Bulgaria settling into their first ball side out. Japan again with 3 up.
Nikolai Kolev. Yamamoto back into the net. Aspadov. Nikolai swings from deep, runs there. And then Ishikawa, and there's only ever one outcome.
Ran, big dig for Japan there. And then Ishikawa taking care of business. 10 points now for Ishikawa, hitting 50% as an outside attacker.
Onodera. He goes for the float serve. Bozhilov's the first there. Aspadov bruises up the right-hand side.
Aspadov. Great work attacking that line.
How about that from Nishida? Oh, it's a misplaced foot. It's on the line. He's a backcourt attacker. And yes, it was a great swing, a great ball contact, but it's a point to Bulgaria. They've stuck ahead, 10-9.
Ran answering back with an attack and kill of his own. Big pipe swing. Contacting that ball 2 feet from the net.
I was going to say, he made sure there was plenty of space between the line and the takeoff foot, though. Is there a touch? No. Aspadov apologizes to his teammates. The lead changes hands again. Back-to-back points for Japan. Masahiro Sekita.
Both teams looking for that service run. Getting halfway through the second set here.
Atanasov. Into the net. Yuki Ishikawa. Looking for the ace, serving at the error. Grozdanov. That one goes to Sekita, who sends it all the way across to Ran, who wipes off the block. Kentaro. Another float service, taken early. Taken really early.
First ball side out for Bulgaria. Working their middles again. Japan not able to get to that ball on time. Tight ball game.
Certainly is. Halfway stage. The second set, Aspadov off the net. Feeds into Sekita. Oh, wow. That is Yuki Ishikawa putting Simeon Dobrev to the test.
Look at Sekita take a glance over at the other side of the tape and then perfectly locates that pipe attack set.
Nishida. Puts that one on Nikolov. Well, this is Yugo-Igo of the very highest order as Atanasov levels the scores.
Atanasov on the pipe attack. No block there for Japan.
Nikolov. Over on the first ball, big chance for Bulgaria now. And Nikolov converts.
Nikolov siding out.
Great service from Nikolov. Yamamoto helpless, Bulgaria by 2.
Nikolov driving the ball to area 1. That ball was going to drop in no matter what. He's contacting that serve so far inside the court. About 2 to 3 meters inside the court. Timeout for Japan.
For break point, you have to be patient with the tie ball. And we try to observe. Short one, you go diagonal. A little bit longer, you head down.
飛ばしてくるからちょっと我慢して見といて。あんまりフェイントないからしっかり前出せブロックは。
いいよ。
Well, they may be outnumbered, but there is still plenty of support in here for Bulgaria. And in that period, between the first time out and the second time out, they've outscored Japan by 14 points to 9. This is their best streak in the game so far. And Alexander Nikolov will want to make hay while the sun shines. Better by Yamamoto this time. Better by Nishida.
Nishida attacking this ball. Back row for Japan. Making contact with it like he's hitting in the front row.
Change for Bulgaria. Out goes Alexander Nikolov. In comes Nikolai Penchev. Right. Drops that one in. It's Penchev who gets the touch. Atanasov looking for hands. No hands are there. Scores level.
I like this attack from him. It's been working time and time again. Just contacted it a little bit late on his way down.
Atanasov comes out. Denis Karyagin comes in. 20-year-old big man at 2 meters and 6. Top spinning serve to Karyagin. He's going to get his first swing and his first point.
We love setters establishing confidence in their attackers, especially coming in off the bench, making a difference.
Good service from Kolev. Yeah! Oh, he just attacks the ball so aggressively, so dynamically, Nishida. What a player.
Nishida, dynamic in his arm swing. We can see he's not just hitting the ball with his arm, it's with his core. His hip pulls around the ball, making his arm turn into a whip.
1.87 m. In old money, that's like a shade over 6 feet. He's got no right to get up like that. Karyagin. Very different skill, but very skilled nonetheless. Giant man, so much power.
Right, different volleyball kind of being played here for both teams. Bulgaria, on average, slightly taller. But Japan, they have to be dynamic and quick.
Yeah! Dynamic and quick they are, but they still use the middles. That's Kentaro.
Kentaro, great pass to attack.
18-18, Japan back in the game, really. Karyagin. Well, that's an important touch from Karyagin, and Seganov sends it skywards. Karyagin as far as Yamamoto. Off the block by Nishida. He is in a rich vein of form.
Nishida is a machine. Every single swing he's taking He's giving everything he's got. He knows that he has a giant block in front of him, and he doesn't go away from it. He's leaning into it.
Sekita with the top spinner. Oh, wow!
Asparuhov creating a dent in the floor. I mean, quick arm swing and high contact. We can see how he's squared up to that angle. He contacts the ball at 1 o'clock, right outside of his right shoulder, powering through.
Nikolov has come back in for Penchev. He's back into the front row as well, alongside Grozdanov and Asparuhov. All of them stood at over 2 meters tall. Contrast to Simeon Dobrev, the libero, 1.75 m, the 22-year-old. 19-19. Karyagin onto Yamamoto. Off the hands goes Yuki Ishikawa.
First ball side out for Japan. Nothing stopping them. Even when that pass is passed behind the 3-meter line, the tempo that Sekita keeps is consistent.
Atanasov returns, Karyagin back on the bench. Ishikawa to serve. Well dealt with by Bozhilov. Asparuhov, lovely touch.
Asparuhov saw that Japan's defense was dug in on him, able to recognize that early. Great work disguising that arm swing, his elbow all the way up, and then last second, tipping it over the block.
Grozdanov looks that one long. It was really well watched by Ishikawa. Good footwork, stayed balanced, watched it all the way. Sato Kai coming in for Kentaro Takahashi. Good service, Atanasov overpasses. And it's curtains on Adira. Just gives Japan a little bit of control, a little bit of margin for error now towards the end of the second set. Bulgaria called the timeout. Japan 22, Bulgaria 20.
През помощта, нали? Забравяйте. Дай, да си направим крачката. Закъсняваш с крачката и поставя страни. Малко, дай.
Here we go. Big few points for Bulgaria in their quest to upset the hosts. Tempo hasn't dropped at all from either team. Sato Kai, so far so good for the specialist server. That's another one in on Bozhilov. Another good block. Libero called into action. Nikolov swings long, errors creeping in, and this second set finishing a lot like the first.
Right, Japan being able to work in transition, but it's an unforced error from Bulgaria. That'll give them just a little bit more of a lead.
Masato Kai. This service substitution looking inspired. That's another good one on Atanasov. Oh, what a block. It's a good touch to return it. But the Bulgarian trouble continues. Ran Takahashi off the block. 4 set points for Japan.
Ran with a big smile on his face. The finesse in that shot. I mean, fantastic.
We're going to be hearing from both coaches after the second set. But how quickly will we get there? Here's Masato Kai serving for the set. all good things come to an end, and that service run is one of them. Masato Kai returns to the bench, his contribution a telling one, and he gets a great round of applause from the spectators. Ran Takahashi, the man who will replace him, but at the moment it is Tomohiro Yamamoto. Asparov. Returned on the first ball, great serve, and then overpassed. Second set won by Ran Takahashi. I mean, it was only ever going to be half a chance for Bulgaria, wasn't it? They were still chasing points down, but it's a shame for them for it to end on an error. But 25-21, Japan march on, and their great week continues. They are one set away from going 3 out of 3 with one game to come tomorrow against France, who will be smarting after defeat earlier today. In fact, it was Taishi Onodera who got the last touch. It was claimed by Ran Takahashi. All smiles, trying to steal one for the stats book. It's Bulgaria 0, Japan 2. Japan pulling away at the end of both the first and second sets. 25-22, 25-21. As the lights go back up at the Nippon Gaishi Hall. Stats then. 7 errors apiece. Japan's attack absolutely flying along. That's the difference between two teams. The blocks and the serves, pretty even. Japan decreasing their errors marginally from the first set. Bulgaria increasing theirs. That'll be frustrating for them, but very often, particularly in the men's game, as you go and push the envelope, as you try harder and harder, that's where the difficulties come. Well, Japan have been outscoring Bulgaria. Let's see where they've been doing it. 36% down the line, but 2 out of 3 have been going cross-court. Great variety on the shots, really challenging all 6 people on the court for Bulgaria, because nobody knows who's going to be trying to keep it off the floor. Although try they have. They've had some phenomenal digs by Bulgaria. And, as always, by Japan as well. We'll be hearing from Philippe Blaine and hopefully Plamen Konstantinov before the players come back out for set number 4. But now it is time to hear from Philippe Blaine. He is courtside with Victoria.
Coach, your team is hitting 60% as a unit. How do you stay so consistent in your attacking?
You try to, first of all, to keep a good quality of passing, to be able to have many variety of spike, because most of the time the opponent are stronger and taller than us, so you have to turn around and to take interval. So Sekita-san is doing very well this one today, and I hope he will continue like this.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck. Dave, back to you.
Thank you very much, Victoria. So far, so good for Japan. Not just today, but this week as well. Must be such a difficult team to play against. Look at those youngsters having a good time. Love to see it. Love to have them here, and love to have you watching wherever you're watching around the world as well. Okay, we've heard from Philippe Blaine. It is now time to hear from Plamen Konstantinov, who is courtside with Victoria Dennis.
Coach, service pressure and blocking has kept you in these sets, in these tight sets. Are you going to change anything in the third?
For me, first of all, it's our side out. If we keep side out with good reception, with positive reception, this will give us a chance to take some risk on serve. But we are losing many situations with perfect reception or with plus reception inside out. Without side out, you don't win. Just with transition or serve. First and main is side out. We need to resolve this problem. After we're going to think about the next one.
Thank you, Coach. Dave, with that, back to you.
Very clear messaging from Flamen. The side out needs to improve. Well, they had the opportunity at the beginning of the third set because it will be Japan to serve first. Nikolov, 50%, 10 points. Special young talent, as is Nishida, just 23 years of age. Very few attack with the vim and vigor that he does. Japan 2 sets up. It's a must-win set for Bulgaria. Onodera serves first. Ooh, is that dropped in? Not quite. Not quite. It was a great contact from Kentaro. Bulgaria get the first point. So long and drawn out side out, but a side out nonetheless. Alex Grozdanov. In it goes to Sekita, and then spat back out pretty quickly. Japan off the mark. Masahiro Sekita. Atanasov with the first touch. Big chase. Great pickup. The crowd love it, but it's a free ball. Ishikawa. Seganov sets. Nikolov swings. Bulgaria score. Oh. The noise when that ball was kept off the floor by Ran. This crowd love to see their team putting effort in. But on this occasion, the effort in vain because Nikolov takes no prisoners. Asparov. Heavy serve, Ran does well. Touch by Nikolov. Swing by Nikolov, score by Nikolov. 3-1 Bulgaria. This so much better. Another great contact by Asparov, but a better one by Nishida. Smokes one cross court. Yuki Ishikawa. Oh, Atanasov. Good block touch, even. Good dig by Dobrev. Nikolov goes again. Oh, wonderful by Ishikawa. And then Ran Takahashi with a little piece of magic to level the scores at 3-3. Oh, that is quality. Watch this from Ran, though. Yeah, go on. Get your hands up the way. Oh, you can't. Here's the captain, Ishikawa. High toss, top spinning serve, and an excellent pass. That quiets the crowd temporarily. Seganov to Asparov. Into the net from Nikolov. Nikolov takes it early. Kolev. Oh, that stayed in. Oh, Japan. Does anybody keep the ball off the floor quite like this team in red? It's hit the deck. Bulgaria think the ball was returned illegally on the wrong side of the antenna.
You can check on... No, this is not possible because... Not on the list. No.
Well, the referee says they cannot challenge the ball either side of the antenna is not on the list of things they can challenge. Flannan's gone over to speak to the third official, David Fernandez, but he sends him on his way. Frustration for Bulgaria, but Japan turned a 3-1 deficit into a 5-4 lead. And then Kolev levels the scores.
Way to answer with that first ball side out. Even though a call may not go your way that you think that it should, how are you going to respond? Great work in that side out.
Kolev. Serves that one long. So important just to wash those things off, isn't it? Because if they prey on your mind, all of a sudden you can see 2-3 points in a row and the set's all but done.
At this level, you know, everyone's athletic. Everyone can jump high and hit hard, but what's going to separate you and your team from the rest? That's the mental part of the game.
Atanasov gets a great touch and then works it off the hands of Sekita.
Fast off the hands here for Bulgaria. We can see him just swipe this ball. He knew what he was doing before he left that ground.
Seganov. One-handed set, finished by Onodera.
I mean, Sekita, does he even need two hands to set? He can do it all.
Ran, urged on by this capacity crowd. Atanasov. Oh, lovely dig. Great contact on it by Yamamoto, but this time the decision goes Bulgaria's way. So, Seganov's birthday today, 30 years of age, Bulgaria's last game before they have a week off because they're heading to Orléans in France. Big party tonight, do you reckon? Karaoke in Nagoya?
I mean, we love a good karaoke night. We said it before, but these athletes perform at a very high level. So if it's a karaoke night, it might be, you know, a solo one, just brushing your teeth, or maybe just singing in the shower before you go to bed.
With water and a fruit bowl. Maybe in the post-game interviews, we should start asking the players what the karaoke song is. Anyway, we digress. Japan service into the net by Taiishi Onodera. It is 8-8. Grozdanov. Sekita.
Yes!
Yuki Ishikawa.
Ishikawa, let's look at this pass. Tempo pass. That's easily could have been to the middle, but they double stacked here on the left side of their court. Tempo set right over the top of that middle. Big side out for Japan.
And again, Nishida just turns his back on that ball. He knows where it's going.
Swinging with full confidence into that block. Doesn't even need to check if it goes out of bounds. He's like, I know it is.
I know, yeah. Sekita. Good pass by Atanasov. Oh, and then Asparahov has missed wide.
Great swing, though, attacking that line. That's a timeout now.
I think they needed to. They got off to a great start, Bulgaria, but Japan have chipped away and they've found their rhythm again. They need 11-8.
Какво да я видим? Тя ни е права, имаш правата да ти вътре. Само остро пускане и това да ни я бъркат. А ние чакаме, че той ще ни я фане, той не ни я фаща правата и удреме фаулта. Хайде да не правиме серия. Да се държиме близко. Да не са заради наши грешки. Дай!
66% positive receptions for Japan. Just play at such a high level. If you're their opponents, you better get dragged along with them, otherwise you're going to get buried. And that's the kind of level you need to be at. Great finish by Aspadahov.
Aspadahov, first ball side out of that timeout called for his team. Way to respond.
Aspadahov. Lovely pass. Oh, that is textbook backcourt play. The pass, the set, then Ran Takahashi.
Ran, huge attack, his momentum taking him all the way under the net after he spikes the ball to the ground. And when he does that, he gets a high five.
The Japan middles are doing such a good job of taking the Bulgarian block out, aren't they? Just opening the door for whoever's swinging.
Right, I mean, Bulgaria, they kind of have to play a guessing game right now at the net. I mean, you can try and read as much as you want by tracking the ball in the setter and tracking your attacker, but this offense is so quick from Japan.
And is that all to do with the tempo of the setting that you've mentioned a few times from Sekita?
Right, Sekita, he contacts the ball the same spot every single time he's setting. So no matter whether he's setting in front or behind, his set location when he's contacting the ball is the same. And it's just quick for the wrist. There's no shoulder give, there's no slight tilt in his hips. It's the same every single time.
Seganov showing us his skill set there, rescuing one with one hand. Lovely work.
Big fans of setting the middle with one hand here.
Aren't we all? Here is Sekita. Sets again! Monster block! Grozdanov!
Huge block here for Bulgaria. Big crossover step. In middles, even when you feel like you're going to be late to that block, you still gotta go. Press your hands over that net and take your space.
Ishikawa. He's going to puncture the ball if he keeps hitting it like this.
Ishikawa. Fantastic pick. I mean, that arm swing, there's no delay in it. As soon as he leaves the ground, he's swinging.
Nishida. Oh, Aspadahov. Going all Michael Flatley river dance to try and get out of the way of that one.
We love a good river dance or tap dance.
Oh, yeah. Look at the damage it'll do to the court.
Style points, though.
That's true. Sekita. Speaking of style points, Nishida.
Nishida, nothing but steady. We can see his elbow is high making that contact, but when he slows it down, he doesn't slow his arm down until he contacts the ball. And when he does, it's that wrist up and over.
Short service. Grozdanov with the first touch. Aspadahov. Where's this dropping? Oh, it's still in from Yamamoto. Not for long, though. Grozdanov ends that point with authority.
Bulgaria needs to be prepared to take multiple attacks every single rally. These balls are going to be overpassed and or attacked back at them. Way to get on your route in transition.
Atanasov, 14-15. Another good pass from Ran. Good hands on the swing from Bulgaria. Here we go, another chance. Grozdanov in at setter. Aspadahov off the hand, so Yamamoto steps in. Oh, that is enormous. Brilliant point from Bulgaria. Aspadahov is revved and ready.
Aspadahov getting in front of his attacker and that they want to attack low into that seam, and he just takes that space.
15-15, Bulgaria's turn to ride the wave. Ride the wave they do. That is a great serve. And it might not have been a clean swing, but it's a swing that edges Bulgaria ahead. Japan call the timeout. They find themselves behind 15-16.
Side out, hein? C'est ça. Hey, pass. Hey, pass. When UG is front, he's playing a lot of quick. On this one. Hey, pass. On this one. Allez, go.
A capacity crowd of 6,425, and they have not stopped. They've worn their shirts, they've brought their flags, they've painted their signs, their faces, and they are behind this Japan team. Bulgaria along for the ride as well, giving us a great contest. Oh my, what is happening here? Oh, here we go, Asparuhov. They've requested the challenge. His reaction.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Wait. I will check. Please not on check. Okay. Oh, yes. Inside. Yes?
Well, the decision is, was the ball inside or outside the antenna? Oh, wow. Japan have stolen the point. Seganov steps in to calm Asparuhov down. And I think his reaction was perhaps because he realized that he'd made the error. That is a point that, well, Japan have repaid Bulgaria, but after that incredible serve, forcing the ball back on the first touch. Difficult one for Bulgaria to swallow.
How will Bulgaria respond with their adrenaline a little bit higher now?
Well, Asparuhov certainly. Yeah! Big swing, really nice. They go to the middle, Ran Takahashi.
Again, throwing his hands, double arm lift, high elbow to the ball, tying up this ball game.
17-17. This is where Bulgaria need to find focus. Well, the scoreboard in the venue's just changed to 15-16. It was 15-16 at the timeout. And in that period of time, Bulgaria had outscored Japan by 8 points to 4. Now it's been changed to 16-16. We've definitely had 3 points since that timeout was called. And we're back where we started. Excellent. But in the meantime, the music plays, the fans clap. And this is a unique atmosphere, and I know we've spoken about it a lot. But if you've watched volleyball in Europe, somewhere hostile like Poland or Turkey, this feels very, very different. But there is just as much love in the room. Good block. Oh, wonderful pickup. The pancake's delicious. But the topping doesn't land yet. Oh, Bulgaria's block is purring. Which way's this point going to go? Oh, they've done it again, Japan. But it is put down by Alexander Nikolov. What a point.
Time and time again, Japan covering their attackers. Not once, not twice, but thrice in that rally. But Bulgaria with the stuff block and then beating it for the overpass. Nikolov, 13 points now for him, hitting 50%. Bulgaria inching back here.
Asparahov, his first real contribution since the outburst. Thought that might be aggressive. The dig by Atanasov. Nikolov, really smart from Japan. Watch those hands disappear.
Quickly they did. A little bit of a magic trick there with the hands disappearing so fast.
(18-18). It is as tight as a mouse's waistcoat in the third set. Bozhilov, great pass. Oh, Atanasov into the net. Bulgaria requests the challenge. They think there is a touch on the block from Japan. Kentaro Takahashi would have been the man who touched it. Flamin thinks there was as well, but he's calling them in. He's using this as an extra timeout, which is smart. Just looking at Kentaro Takahashi's body language. What's it saying to you? Has he touched it? Has he not touched it?
I don't know, sometimes they're really good. They're poker face.
Yeah. Scoreboard reads 19-18 to Japan right now.
Being so close, 1 point game in the stretched 25 here.
No, no, no.
Be a big momentum call either way.
Well, they're taking their time with the decision. It must be a close one.
Okay, okay, you can call TV.
Okay, up they go. Are their hands on this? Into the net. No, there's no touch on that, is there? It is just cannon straight into that big white tape. Atanasov really wobbled the net. Plenty of force through it. So that's what we've seen. They've not had the decision in the arena yet. Did you see a slither or a touch on that?
I did not from those replays that they just showed. It looked pretty much in that tape.
All it takes, though, is any sign of contact from Kentaro Takahashi.
The crowd is staying steady, though, with this challenge call, clapping along.
It was excellent work off the net, though, from Seganov. Look at his reactions here as he comes down. Number 9, the captain. So we're continuing to look at it. I mean, Seganov's claiming it. It looks clear to me from that angle that that ball has gone straight into the net. Now, all of the Bulgarian players are pointing at it. I don't think that's the best angle. This is the best angle here. Into the net it goes. Oh, they've decided we're going to replay the point because Kentaro Takahashi is adjudged to have touched it. Well, Philippe Blaine, not happy. But that means we get an extra point in this great game. The score's locked at 18-18. Atanasov gets away with one. And Ishikawa serves to Atanasov. That is high into the rafters! Oh, Bozhilov and Asparahov! A little bit too polite to one another, and that is the most unlikely ace of the night. That's a bad one. That's a good one.
Back-to-back aces for Japan. Out of that challenge call will absolutely force Bulgaria to this timeout.
Zabavajte visokija da ne izvidio, da ne je visok. Gore, daj Saja.
Prednje Grka bez puta, daj. Ajde, daj. Daj. Možeš ti, daj.
Well, 3 points of real drama. The first, the challenge referee called into action. The second, a mistake between Aspadov and Libero Bozhelov. The third, a screaming serve from Yuki Ishikawa means that Japan have breathing space in the third and potentially decisive set. Out of the timeout, that one goes into the net. But I think, given the drama, Japan will feel as though they came out on the right side of it.
Right, I mean, back-to-back aces, that'll make the momentum go your way in a heartbeat.
Ishikawa takes a breather. Shoma Tomita coming in. Best digger in the J-League in 2022. He comes into the backcourt ready to receive this serve from Alexander Nikolov. And receive it he has. Cross-court! Rocket from Ran!
What a swing from Ran! Siding this ball right out for Team Japan. Tempo set on an out-of-system pass.
Couple of changes to tell you about Penchev coming in to receive in place of Nikolov. And Masato Kai did so well to serve out set number 2. He's got the chance to do the same in set number 3. 21-19, 21-20.
Japan really looking for that ace again.
Nikolai Kolev coming out to be replaced by Ilya Petkov. Middle blocker for middle blocker, but Petkov goes back as a specialist server. And Kentaro has come back in for Masato. Now or never for Bulgaria. 2021! It is now a service! It is all happening here at the Nippon Gaishi Sports Hall.
Bulgaria inching their way back with an ace of their own. A little love from that net.
They still need the break point, though, because Japan with the side-out advantage for what it's worth. Of course, needing to win by 2 clear points. Bulgaria to stay alive. Oh, my goodness! Ilya Petkov comes on to do a job. Back-to-back aces. Bulgaria back ahead.
Petkov firing away, attacking that sideline of Ran, making him have to pass that ball so close to that sideline.
Petkov goes again, big high toss. Again, maybe a little bit too much juice on the toss that time.
Right, getting a little bit excited, that contact on the side of the ball. Love them being aggressive, though.
But they've stolen the advantage here, Bulgaria. Now they have got the advantage from the side out. Yuji Nishida. Bulgaria back ahead.
Can Bulgaria dig to convert here?
It's the captain. Float serve. That is some swing from Nishida.
Nishida, a side-out machine for Japan. Swinging across his body down the line.
Ishikawa returns to the court. Kento Miura coming in. Plays his club volleyball. The PSG Stanice in Poland. Ran, seen him as a specialist server very often for Volleyball Monza. He could do with a special serve here. Good contact. Bozhelov receives. Aspadov, brilliant dig. Duel at the net, won by Karyagin, who's come on for Bulgaria. It is set point to stay in the game. Miura coming out, Sekita returning. Oh, this set has ebbed and flowed so well. Surely this game deserves at least one more. Dennis Karyagin serving for the set, 20 years of age. Makes a great contact. And it's returned on the first ball. Another chance for Japan to save the set. The block. It's brilliant from Onodera. And we go again.
Sekita utilizing his offense to the fullest. It was the back row D-ball and then the middle attack that did it for Team Japan.
Substitution for Bulgaria. Atanasov out. Sorry, Karyagin out, Atanasov in, but he's replaced by the libero. Nikolov, oh, it's dug. Chance now for Japan. Nishida finds the floor. It's 7-point Japan.
Nishida again for Japan, a constant threat in that back row attack, going with full confidence and challenging the block of Bulgaria.
Match point, having defended a set point. Taishi Onodera floats one in. Karyagin receives. Great dig. Here we go for the match. They've done it. Yuki Ishikawa, the captain. Bulgaria requests the challenge. Japan have already started celebrating. It was a great swing by Ishikawa off a great set by Sekita, but it was in transition again. The way they can go from defense to attack is like nothing else in this tournament. Absolutely sensational. Well, the celebrations continue. They don't think they have got anything to be worried about challenge-wise. Is there a net touch? No. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. And Japan have done it again. It's taken them 3 sets to win their third